This conference will now be recorded.
You are on mute, Anu. Anu?
Guys, could you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't check the messages. Okay. Okay. My now my both the devices started working. Okay, cool. So yesterday we were seeing generators and iterators. So what I'll start from this beginning. So I was telling um, next and iteration with a built-in functions. If you want to understand generator very well, you have to understand next and iteration, the built-in functions available. The next function is allows us to access the next element in a sequence. If there is a sequence, we will get one element after the other. So here, I created a simple function which will give me which is going to give me value from 0 to 2 because I have mentioned range of 3 which is nothing but 0 to 2, right? Then what I did, I assigned that function to a variable, and then because it would be it will make my writing easy. Then I'm using the next function. So I'm giving next of g. Initially it was giving 0, then it gave 1, then it gave 2. I know the range will end at 2 because it is 0 to 2. That's what the key means. So it started throwing me an error telling that stop iteration because it cannot proceed. So I got an error telling stop iteration. So after yielding all the values in the next, it casts a stop iteration error. What this error informs us is that all the values have been yielded. Um, so you might be wondering why don't we get this error while we are using for loop? For loop automatically catches this error and stops calling the next function. For loop knows, okay, there is an error, it stops abruptly because it knows. So let's go ahead and use iteration function. So when do we use this is, for example, if I'm inserting data into database, I'm inserting username, user detail, for example, a customer detail. I'll be adding my customer will keep growing. I'll be adding one after another customer. So in each database, there will be a column called ID, irrespective of what you save into that table. There will be a column called ID, which will always be in sequence number. It will give 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever I add fifth customer, it is going to tell me 5. If I add seventh customer, it is going to have value as 7 in the ID column. So while inserting data, I'll just insert the data into the table, filling all the customer detail. I'll I'll not keep track of because, for example, I'm going to insert a new customer. I cannot go and see, what is the highest number in the ID, and then I have to increment it and I have to add one more. So this will be a manual effort. To avoid this, we can use a generator. It by default knows what is a last value. It has a track of last value. Then it is going to give me the incremented value plus 1. So I can use this function to generate me a sequence where I can go and insert the data into ID column. The remaining data for the customer I'll anyway have. I can use that values to save into the table. So now let's see iteration. Remember that strings are iterable. Let's see. I'm just creating a string, simple string, and let's try to iterate over the string. So I'm just giving for let in s print let. This is nothing but for x in s print x. or I can change it to for x in a print x. Okay, so it is printing me. Good. So now it doesn't mean that string itself an iterator now. So let me show you one example. When I give next, it is going to give me an error because it is telling string object is not an iterator. It is a iterable. You can try iterating over the value, but it itself is not an iterator. It itself cannot iterate on its own. So that means the string object support iteration, but we cannot directly iterate over it. So that is why we have a function called iteration. So in case of string, you cannot use next, you have to use iteration. Okay. So I'm creating a new variable and I'm calling the iteration function and I'm passing the string s inside it. Now I can go and use next. I can use next of this variable. So it is giving me h. It is giving me he. It goes on. So now you have to convert objects that are iterable into iterator. You can convert it using this. When you convert it, then you can use next and you can go ahead and access one element after the another using next function. Is any doubts in this? Integer, yeah, we iterated integer, right? We are iterating number here.
Anu,
Yes, sir.
with this hello at the end of
Uh-huh.
the spelling hello, select the last
Mm.
O. If
Mm.
you try to use next again, is it going to start with the H again? So let's go to continue.
No, it is going to. We saw error. You remember? Let me run
Mhm.
them. So we got the same error because it once it reaches the end, it cannot come back to the starting position. So that's all it knows. It travels from start to end. It cannot travel in the reverse way, or it cannot go to the starting point. So once it's done, it's going to stop. It's going to throw an error. But when you put this inside the for loop will not give you an error. It will stop once all the characters are iterated.
Okay.
So now we saw how to convert objects that are iterable into
Anu,
iterator themselves.
my doubt is like here we are using for every step we should use this next function. But
Correct.
what is the use of this? Like because in for loop we are getting the output directly. Where is it
So
used?
the
This
same, the
next
same
function.
thing. So the main difference of generator you understood yesterday, right? When I call something. without generator, for example, Fibonacci series we saw, it's holding multiple memory, and then it has to keep track of everything, and then it gives me.
Oh,
Considering the
okay.
performance, I'll go to the uh, I'll use generator so that the memory I save my memory and it's very
Hmm.
efficient.
Okay. Then about what about iteration function?
Iteration function is because you cannot use next no for string object. You couldn't use. You tried going to the next value inside the string hello, but you couldn't do it. So that's why we are converting them to a iterator. We are first converting it to the iterator. After once it is converted to iterator, then you can call one character after the another. So just for the conversion, I'm just using iterator function.
Okay. In this also memory, anything will be efficiency will be
Yeah,
there, like using
correct.
next
Yeah,
and all.
yeah. They are part of generator. Whenever you use this, the memory will be efficiently used. You will not consume much memory, but you will do your same task.
Okay.
So the only thing what we are changing here, you understand it. The only thing what I'm doing is instead of giving print, I'm giving yield. I'm not doing any much change. Correct? So
Yes.
here I was using range, and then I'm giving yield.
Written.
That's all.
Hmm.
Instead of print or return, I'm just yield. I'm just using next. That's all. When you implement them, it's not much change in your code, but it's going to have a great impact on your memory.
Okay.
So the main takeaway is that using yield keyword in a function will cause a function to become a generator. Just by using yield, you are making it as a generator.
Oh, so
And
for this
this
also we can put for loop and we should use next of s or something
yeah, because why I'm using
if
for
we
loop
want to
is
get
when it
all the
reaches the
output
yeah when we reaches the end, it knows automatically and it stops there. Otherwise, it's going to throw error from this point. Whenever you give next, it is going to throw you an error, right?
error. Yes.
So to
Hmm.
avoid that, so the it this change like using yield, using next and iter. This change can save you a lot of memory for large use case. Ignore the small use cases. For example, if I said no, there is a table. I'm just going to fill the ID column using the iterator. What if
Yes.
my ID? I have 5,000 customer. 5,000 memory
Oh,
will be created, right?
yes.
Which is not good. From the outer perspective, outer world, they just think, what is the problem in adding 5,000 customer into a table? Why it is consuming so much memory? Just 5,000 customer, right? What about if there are, if you go to Amazon or Netflix, they will be lakhs and lakhs of customer, hundreds and lakhs of customers. They will be updating their password. We will be inserting them. So they'll be changing their address and mobile number. We have to go and insert them. What will happen if it cannot handle 5,000 customer, my system? What will happen to hundreds of lakhs? My
Yes.
code will fail because my memory will be crashed, isn't it?
Hmm.
So this is for large use case. When you have a small use case like a very simple function, you then it's fine. It's well and good. But if it comes to a large use case, it is going to impact your system. It is going to crash your system. It is going to fail your system. So when considering in all those large application where the performance is a key thing, if I'm working somewhere else, I need not worry about performance. But if I'm working in Netflix or Amazon or in a banking sector where every day a new customer will be opening their account, and if I'm tracking the transaction, for example, one single user, for example, if it is in a GPay, this one particular day I'll be paying at least five merchants, right? I'll be paying for my tea, I'll be paying for my food, I'll be paying to buy tablet. Uh, So Google Pay is nothing but kind of a Apple Pay or PayPal, something like that, Paytm. So one single customer might be here. One single customer might do at least 10 transaction in a day. Then think about how many customer the GPA will have and how many transaction every day it has to process. So when the volume is high, then you have to be very mindful about the performance. So all those larger use case to save memory, we are going for this. The solution is created for all large use cases.
Okay.
We saw collection, right? I wanted to show some other things in collection. Let me open it. So in collections, we saw counter, and then we saw what else we saw? We saw default dictionary and then the named tuple. Now let's see DQ. So this is DQ, but it's pronounced as deck in collection. So it is nothing but double-ended queue. It is a very versatile data structure that allows you to efficiently append and pop element from both the ends of the queue. Usually, when you give pop without giving the index, you are only popping from the I mean from the end of the list, which is the highest index. From there only you are popping it out, and even when you append, you're adding to the end, the next index, the highest value of index. There only you are going to insert your data, right? But here, DQ will make the list to double-ended list. Let's see that. Guys, give me 1 minute. I'll get water and be back. I'm back, guys. So it's a double-ended queue. So let me show you the basic syntax. So first, initially I have to import it. Since it's placed inside the collection module, and then I just have to create a DQ. So I'm just creating a list name, and then I'm DQing something. This is something which I'm DQing, and then I'm saving the output into my DQ. So you hear the iterable argument, it can be string or list, etc. So let's see example. Let me copy paste my example. Okay. So first what I'm doing, I'm importing deck from collection, and I'm creating a DQ of a list. Here the argument is list, and it's saved into my deck, and then I'm appending value 6 to it, correct? So it appends to the right, and usually how it works, it appends to the right. Right means the last value of a list, which is after 5 it goes and appends. But if I want to append in the start, which usually we cannot do in list, after making it as a deck, you just have to use append left, and you can append 0, which will be appended here in this place. And then now if I print, the output will look like this, 1 to 6, because 6 I appended like how I usually append, and this I did over left side. And similarly for popping, to remove the element, usually it will remove from the rightmost, right? So when I pop, I need not give what value I have to pop. When I give pop, simply it is going to pop the last value inside the list. But if I want to pop this, usually I'll be going for remove or delete with the index. I have to give the index. But if I want to do it without giving index and just with pop, I can do it now because it is a deck which is double-ended. I can go and access this end also, this part also. I just give pop left. That's all, to inform it from which side I want to pop. So after I've added two element, and then I removed two element from the left and right. So whatever I added, it got removed. So finally, my output will be same, the original list, how it was originally. So the first print is here, which is after appending to the left and right. So this is how it looks when I print DQ of 0 to 6. It is giving a deck because it is telling this is a double-ended queue. It's not just a list, it's a double-ended list. And then I'm popping from the right and popping from the left, which is I'm trying to print what is the left rightmost element which I popped, and what is the leftmost element which I popped. And then after popping this, I'm printing my deck. So this is how it looks later. Is it clear, the example? Guys, is it clear? Shall I proceed to the next example? Okay, cool. So now we'll see rotation. You can actually rotate the deck in either direction. So let's see how to do it. So here I'm accessing my deck, and rotate, I'm telling rotate to 2. It rotate to position. So it will look like this. So now my deck is like this, right? It rotates to position, which means the first rotation 5 will go from right to left. So it will look like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will be the last element. I gave 2 rotation 2, so rotate it for twice. So now again 4 will go to the first position. Similarly, I'm giving -1, which means I have to rotate from this point to this point. So here 4 is the last element. When I rotate, this will come here. So then again it will look like this. Is it clear? Guys, did you understand rotate? What it's actually doing? Okay.
So to rotate from the first, you have to use the minus sign.
Yeah. From left to right, you have to use minus. Because always it will be right to left, right when you rotate or when you pop, when you append, it will be always from the right. So that's the usual process. That's why we give it in a positive way, positive number. By default, when you want the right element will be the accessible element for you, rightmost element. So rotate with positive number means the usual case. You do it from the right. But when you want to do it in a opposite way, this is considered as opposite, left to right. So that's why we give minus to indicate that it's in a reverse order, reverse way, uh, which is opposite to what we usually can do. Clear, guys? Okay, good. So next the max len. So max length is a parameter using which you can create a fixed size deck. You can tell that this is the size, it is fixed. I don't want to increase the size of the deck. We'll see how to do it. So similarly, like how I usually create deck, like I create a deck, assign it to some variable. Similarly, I do the same thing, but here I'm mentioning a size using a parameter inside deck, telling that it's a the size, the maximum capacity is 3. So here I'm creating an empty deck. Okay. So then what I'm doing, I'm just adding value to it. So I'm initially adding 1, 2, then 3. Now let me print my deck. So distilling max is 3. And then what I'm doing, and then I'm trying to append one more element. Though we have already reached the maximum limit, I'm still trying to add one more element. The DQ is at its maximum size. So what happens here is the leftmost item is removed. One is removed. Let's see that. See here, the 1 is removed and 4 got appended. Like, let's see next topic, which is called chain map. So chain map is a class in collection, like how we saw the remaining things, DQ, default, It actually provides a way to combine multiple dictionary into a single view. If you have multiple dictionary and you want a single view, then it allows you to do that chain map. It will allow you to, it also allows you to search through multiple dictionary as if they were a single dictionary. Even though if you have a multiple dictionary and you want to search, this will help you to do it. This will make multiple dictionary as a single dictionary. Then your search will be efficient. If there are duplicate keys, the value from the first dictionary uh, will be printed, will be given to you. So let's see how to use chain map with example. Let me first show how the basic syntax. Okay, I don't have a dictionary here, that's why it's throwing me an error. So let's not run this, but this is how it looks. I have to import the chain map from collection. Since it's a two word, it's in camel case, and then I'm creating a chain map here. I just have to use the class name and then I have to pass multiple dictionary inside it. Okay, let's see an example now. So always it will be like import and then I'll first create three dictionaries. Whatever here we have three dictionary, right? Let me create them first. So I'm creating it like this. To make it simpler, I'm just adding A, B, C, D, A, B, B, C, D. Okay. And then what I'll do now, I'll create a chain map after creating a dictionary. So chain map is nothing but combining all the dictionary into a single view, right? So I'm just giving a name combined dictionary and then using chain map, I'm combining them. So let's access it. So first what I'll do, I'll first print the combined dictionary. So this is how my dictionary looks. A, B, one dictionary. This is dictionary 2 and this is dictionary 3. They are comma separated. So let me access A. It is going to give me 1. Similarly, I can access D. So here my thing is I will combine multiple dictionary into a single view so that my search becomes efficient. For example, if that is a college, there are multiple department, multiple courses in the college. They might be consider only the engineering college. It has multiple branch inside engineering, isn't it? Mechanical, civil engineering, computer science engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, marine engineering. So multiple students have enrolled for different stream of engineering. So you have inside computer science engineering, you have a batch of students. Example, we can consider we have 60 students there. So they are saved into one table, all the computer science students. Similarly, we have a separate tables for each stream of engineering. But now it's a time for cultural. We call all the engineering students from all these streams who are coming to my college. So now I should have a view of all the students. So what I can do, I can combine everything just as a view. I can combine everything and I can search because I have a name and I want to call them out. I want to get the detail of that particular student. They have participated in multiple competition in cultural. I have to give them the certificate. So those situation, I'm just combining everything in one single view so that my search becomes more efficient. I need not know. For example, if I have information like a person named Sam from first year is has won 30-kilometer race, then I need not go and search in each department where the Sam is actually studying. I can, if I have a combined view, I can just go and search for the name Sam from first year. It is going to give me the data. I need not go and search against each table because initially I'll not know which stream he has taken, in which class he is sitting. I'll not know. So just for the combined view, we are doing this. So yeah, we combine multiple dictionaries into a single view. What if we have to update the value? You can update the values of dictionary in the chain map. If a key is present, for example, I want to update a key. I want to update B, but B is present in both the dictionary, right? So here, the value in the first dictionary will get updated. Okay. So let me show how to update combined dictionary and also individual dictionary. We will try to update this and also this. Let's see how does it look. So in the dictionary 1, I'm updating value A to 10. Initially it is 1. And in the combined dictionary, I'm updating value B to 20. So the first B is this only. It is 2 earlier. So after updating, let me print them out. So this is how it looks. I can directly go and update in particular dictionary, which will eventually update the main dictionary, I mean the combined dictionary. I can do it over the combined dictionary also. So the main common case which I have come across in my real world is this only, a default and user value. Sorry. So this is a place where I usually use chain map and go for combined dictionary. For example, I have a default value. If some way you have to fill some data and you're not filling them, I'll have a default value. When the user gives me the exact value, I'll go and update. Otherwise, I'll have a default value. So here I will have a combined result of both. So here what I'll do, I'll add the first dictionary will be user value. The second dictionary will be default value. So if the user has given me the data, it will be there inside user values, which is the first dictionary. When you go and search for B, it will go and get the first occurrence, right? Not the second one, the first occurrence. It will return me 2. So I'll know, okay, the user has given some value and it's 2. If, for example, I'm accessing A, I don't see that in user values. I don't see that in this dictionary, but when I search the chain map, the settings, I can find them inside the default value. So I'll be returned value 0. So this means the user has not updated anything. So the system is considering the default value. So it provides me a convenient way to manage default setting with the ability to override them. I can, whenever there is a insertion, whenever the user updates, if suppose A is now coming and updating their value, it will be added to this dictionary, and here it will be present. So when I try to access, it will not give me 0. It will give me whatever the user has updated here in this place, right? So this is a usual scenario we go for chain map. Clear, guys? Guys, if it's not clear, please tell me. I'm ready to explain it again with a different example, or I'll explain the same thing again. What about the remaining people? Is it clear? Tilly, Sam, Rachita. You understood why, you got an idea. You understood this example. Did you get an idea why we go for combined dictionary? Okay. So next we will see order dictionary class inside collections. So again, order dictionary is for dictionary. We have this class inside a method, inside a module collection. It maintains, as the name suggests, it maintains the order in which the items are inserted into dictionary. The order is preserved here when iterating over the dictionary. So it makes useful in scenarios where the order of insertion is important, where the number of way, I mean, the order in which way I'm inserting, that is very important. In that case, this scenario is really useful. Let me show a basic syntax. So this is how it looks. I'm importing it, and then I'm giving order dictionary and saving the value output into a variable. So you can also create an empty here. We try to create an empty order dictionary. That's why it's not throwing me any error. This is still empty. So I have created an empty dictionary, which is a order dictionary. It is going to insert only in the order. So now let me update them. So I'm just adding data to it. So I have created an empty dictionary, then I started adding the data. Now let me print the values. I can even run a for loop against it. It is going to give me the value in order. So here the order of insertion is preserved when item is added to the dictionary. This is contrast to the regular dictionary. In regular dictionary, it doesn't guarantee you any specific order. Okay, so let's see. I'm just adding two more key value pair to my dictionary, and then I'm trying to see if it is in the order. It's in the order the way I added. It's in the same order. if I wanted to reorder the dictionary, I can reorder the dictionary based on the insertion order. Or I can move a specific key to the end or the beginning. That I can do. So I'm just telling move to end. Move to end, which element? This is the key, B. So after moving it to the end, if I print, it will be in this order. And one more thing is I can check the equality of two dictionary. Let me create a dictionary 1 and dictionary 2 order dictionaries. So here, mm, I have two dictionaries. One is A, B, C. The other one is B, A, C. But the key and values are same. It has same number of pair. It has same key name, same value name. But the only difference is order is different. So now if I try to see if both are same, both the dictionary are same in the usual scenario, it will give me same because it found matching pair, key value pair. But here the order is different. The only thing is, so it is giving me false because this is a order dictionary. So it also checks for the order, even though it has same key value thing, exactly same. It here checking the order if it's in the same order. It's not in the same order, so it's giving me false. So we usually go for order dictionary when when we need to maintain the order of key value pair, such as if I'm working with columns in Excel file. I have an Excel file. I'm adding column. I'm giving some heading to it. I'm adding some value. I don't want to move my column to the end, the third column to the end, or something like that, because I've determined what it should look like, and then I started creating the column and adding value to it. Now I don't want anybody to go and change the order. The order should be in the same way. I want to preserve the order. So in that case, we usually go for order dictionary. Guys, any doubt? We have three more classes in collection, which we will see tomorrow. User dictionary, user list, and user string. Then we can go to the new topic after that. Okay, guys, we can wind up the session here today. Bye bye. Meet you tomorrow.